My name is Jane and I'm making this video to show you how to download, to scan, basically, to scan books, cassettes, LPs, 8 tracks, you name it, on Amazon, which will give you an idea of what they're selling for on eBay or Amazon or anyplace else. First thing you need to know is on your cell phone, you're going to need to download the Amazon app. There are 2 apps. There's an Amazon seller app and an Amazon buyer app. The Amazon seller app gives you much more information, so that's what I personally use. The Amazon seller app looks like this on your phone. Got it's a little white rectangular symbol, and it's got Amazon right on it. Can you see it? I hope you can. So now I'm going to click on that. After you click it on, all you need to do, in the top right-hand screen of your phone next to where it says Amazon Seller, you'll see a little camera over here. Can you see it? I hope you can. See the little camera right there. Okay, so you click on that camera. So the top right-hand part of your screen. After you click the camera on, you get a blank screen like this, and you'll hold your item up to it. In this case, it's an anniversary 25th gospel CD, cassette, rather. After you click it on, you have all these choices that come up on your screen to show you what the item is and how much it's sold for. There's going to be a lot of things that come up. You'll have all the formats come up: vinyl, 8 tracks, cassettes, books even sometimes. So you have to compare apples to apples, meaning that if you have a cassette in your hand, as I do in this case, you only want to look at the cassettes, not vinyl, not CDs, not 8 tracks, not books. You want to look at the CD only. So now let's take a look. I have to turn the phone around and see what it says. Sorry. Okay. The first one that comes up is the one I'm actually looking for. As I said, you'll have a lot of choices on here that comes up. In this case, you have a whole bunch of CDs that do come up. And it says audio. Usually the first one that comes up is the audio is a CD, and you're looking for a CD, and you're not looking for a vinyl or book or whatever. Usually the first CD that comes up in this case that you want is the one you're looking for. But the way to make sure is you're looking for ones that have reviews, and that's the ones with the stars. In this case, you'll see the very first one has a couple of stars down there in orange, right down there. Okay, so that's good. That means people have reviewed it and given it stars. And then the sales rank is down here. And the sales rank means the lower the number, the more of them sell on eBay. In other words, if there was one, that's a really hot seller. And you want to get that up and sell that sucker right away. If it was 10 million, it's not going to sell as fast. But, put it up, see what happens. If they have, let me see if I can find one here. When you go down your scroll on down of your choices here, in this particular case, we have an audio CD, another audio CD, another audio CD, another audio CD, and they're all different prices. Some of them will have no stars and no ranking. In this case, that's not the case here. They all have stars and ranking. But if you saw one that had no stars, that means there's no reviews and no ranking, it's probably somebody just putting up something, shoot for the moon. $1,000 for a CD or a cassette is only worth $5. So you want to make sure you're selecting a cassette for a cassette, or a CD for a CD, or a vinyl for a vinyl, because they all come up. If the performer put out on all the formats are going to come up. So make sure that you're looking for the one that you have in hand. If you have a cassette in your hand, you're looking for a cassette. If you have vinyl in your hand, looking for vinyl. Next thing you want to look for is to see if there's any reviews. If there's 5 stars, that's great. 4 stars, whatever, that's great. And the sales rank. So if it has the stars and it has the sales rank and it's the first one that comes up in the category you're looking for, that's probably the accurate price that it's selling for. Now, if you want to double check, you can always go to the eBay app and do the same exact thing and find out. Let's scan another one. Let's see, this one here is going to be Greg Allman, the Millennial Collection. So what I'm going to do, right up here, top right-hand corner, see where that camera is, right top right-hand corner, little blue camera, right up there. I'm going to click that on. When I click it on, I get a blank screen. Now I'm going to hold up my item to it, and it's going to scan it. And in this case, only one came up. You can see it's got the stars, and you can see that it's got the sales rank. So that is the accurate price for this CD. Now, it's only worth $3.90, so personally, I wouldn't list it. It's not worth my time. I usually try to list only anything from $8 and up. So I would take this pile and donate it to Goodwill, or in up where I live, we have a bunch of auctions up here. So what I do is gather up all my discards like this that I'm not going to list, and I put it with a bunch of other crap that I have that I'm not going to list, or old clothes from my closet or whatever, and take it to the auction and make a couple $100 that way. So there's money being made every which way. You just got to work at it. What I do is anything, like I just said, anything that hasn't sold, say, 9 months, a year on eBay and Amazon and all my other formats I sell on, I gather it up now that I live up here where there's all these auctions, and I take it to the auction once a month. I just made $306 from a bunch of crap. I just got to check like a week ago for $306 from an auction up here. They do take 30% of what they sell your stuff at the auctions. So you're not going to get the price you would get on eBay or Amazon. But if it's a bunch of crap, like I just showed you here, that this one's crap, then I take it to the auction, make some money that way too. I'm going to try to start doing an auction every month. That'd add to my bottom line as well. So basically, that's how you can do it. You can do the same thing with records. You can do the same thing with anything. I have a vinyl record up here. I'll do a vinyl record here. I'll see if it scans up. Okay. Again, I'm going to hit the little blue camera in the corner. And I'm going to hold it up to the album. This is a sealed album, so I'm hoping it's worth a little bit of money because it's new and sealed. But it might not even come up, which if it doesn't come up, then that means I could be the only person in the whole world that has this. And if that's the case, I just pick a price and let it fly high. Now, it's not coming up here on Amazon, so the next thing I would do would usually be check eBay with the eBay app and do the same. And like I said, if it doesn't come up on Amazon or eBay, my next step is go to Google it, and see if it comes up. And if it doesn't come up on any of those formats, I'm going to price the sucker for like $45 and throw it up on eBay and see if it sells. If it doesn't sell, I put it with my discards pile, and eventually they'll go to auction and I'll get something for it. Or you could donate it to Goodwill or Purple Heart or any of the other fine charities that are around. Or you could just throw it in your trash can too. Whatever you want to do. Now, the seller app is a couple more things I wanted to point out. When you're when you're at thrift stores or yard sales or garage sales or whatever, you want to stay away. You don't want to really be buying stuff that's not going to sell. And stuff that's not really going to sell are all those record clubs that, we all used to have when we were, well, at least when I was a kid anyway, Penny and, Columbia House Records and Penny for a record, that kind of stuff. Well, for CDs, anything that's laser light and, what was the other one? BMG Records, those record clubs, Laser Light, all those, I don't even bother scanning them because they were made cheaply to begin with and made on cheap tape. That tape has disintegrated. That's really not worth a lot of money now. So just save yourself trouble and don't even scan them. If you see it's a BMG or Laser Light, don't even waste your time. I also stay away from most country CDs, cassettes. They're not worth a lot of money. I mean, you can scan them and see. You can find that rare one, but I doubt it. But, use your own judgment on that. Anything American Idol, any of those American Idol stars, they make their album after they win the contest, and they make an album, or they have a comp of all of them together, and they'll make an album or something. They're not worth anything. Stay away from them. Don't waste your time scanning them. And a final tip is you can list anything on Macari.com, MECARI.com, and there is no insertion fee, so there's virtually no risk. You don't have to pay anything to list something on Macari. You only pay the final value if it sells. Now, they have a shipping program that they offer on Macari. I personally stay away from it because I think it's just too expensive to ship through their method. So I choose free shipping, and then I ship it myself. And it says, select your own shipping service. So that's what I do personally. I think it's a little better for the customer, a little cheaper for them. They get your customer's a little more satisfied because they didn't pay quite as much for shipping as what Macari is asking for. But Macari is a good site to branch out onto, mostly because they don't charge anything for an insertion fees. Virtually free to list on there. And if your item sells, fine. If not, you pay anything. Okay, so hope this helps somebody out there, and I hope it helps my brother that I'm making this for. Let's go back. The only other thing is the Amazon seller app. You can see it right there on my phone, just a little blue shopping cart, white background, and then it says Amazon in black. It does work the same way for scanning. Doesn't give you as much information. So I'm going to click that on now. And there it is. You'll see at the bottom, there's a little camera. See it right there? And there's also a little barcode. I don't know if you can see it or not on the camera. Over here. You can scan by the barcode or the camera. So, in this case, let's scan by the barcode. I'll hit the barcode, and then you get the screen up here. So now what you do is you take anything that has a barcode and you hold it up to your barcode, and it will scan it. In this case, it scanned the Greg Allman for Millennial Collection. And it gives you the same information, basically. And it just tells you there are 6, in this case, there are 6 up there right now. You see? So you could click that on, and then it would tell you the 6 items that are up there for sale and what people are asking for it right now. And again, you would get an idea of what people were asking for it. Now on Amazon, it doesn't give you what things sold for. It just gives you what people are asking for. So, but the Amazon app is much faster to use for looking items up when you're at a yard sale or garage sale than the eBay app is. So the Amazon is like your first go-to to kind of weed out what you think you're going to bring home. And then your eBay app is when you have a little tiny bit more time and you go on that, and then you can find out the solds from there as well. Okay, I hope this helps people. Bye for now. Jane out.